ladies and gentlemen. We got the Freshy Dopeshi, nothing less. I threw on the polo today, the polo collar. I don't know, I was just feeling it today. Feeling professional today over here. So we put on a little fucking professional shirt over here. Guys, as you guys know, there was a developer Q&A today with Mr. Raykit. Again, I was able to catch bits and pieces of it. We're gonna recap it. I know it was a long stream. It was about like a 2-3 hour stream, so we're not gonna obviously watch the whole thing. I'm gonna try to skim through it. I know some parts in the beginning and mid that I was able to catch were very interesting. We've seen some graphic effects for sicknesses and bullet shots and effects on the first person screen. There was also things talked about the new Metabolism update and if server admins will be allowed to turn it off and on. I was able to catch that, and that made me really excited this morning. And then yeah, hear your guys' feedback, you know, positives and negatives. We keep it fucking, you know, freshy dopeshi though, nothing too crazy.
I have to mute my microphone in case you know, double streaming or something.
Remember, chat, we're gonna be pausing and going through bits and pieces of this. I'm gonna try to find like the hot topics. We're not gonna watch the whole 2 hour thing right here.
Something is the problem.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, how the things are going in the office? Fine, more or less. We're getting busy. You will soon hear some news about 0.6. A lot of work still.
Soon hear some news about 0.6. You saw how you threw that in there, right? Real quick.
To be done. We'll talk a little bit about metabolism and what we did so far and what we are planning to do further down the line during 0.6.
Yeah.
I will have this like just short introduction this time and let the guys do their parts. This means that I will probably talk 70% of the time. Stuff that.
Okay, chat. Let's go to some videos.
They will have greater resistance. Great. Okay. So the first thing I would like to talk about are your character's attributes and how they are used in 0.6 update. As you all know, there are 4 of them: strength, constitution, dexterity, and intelligence. All of those are pretty much.
I already put this in suggestions to the team, to the dev team. The character attributes going into 0.6, when you have the character creation menu up, see how it says strength, muscle mass, melee damage, weight load, skills. Something like this, maybe a little more information on the skill aspect of this slider needs to be available. Like when you see strength, there should be a question mark right next to it. You hover over it and it should show muscle mass, melee damage, weight load, skills. Boom, boom. Constitution, you hover over the question mark. A little paragraph will show up health, stamina, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I think that's very good.
RPG attributes. But since this is Scum and we are simulating living, breathing character, we need to make connections between those RPG characters and real-life character attributes. In real life, we all have some muscle mass, some fat mass. Some people have more endurance.
That's good,
than
Wasabi.
others. Some are sick more often than others. Some are stronger. Some are smarter, and so on.
Yep.
When you create your character in Scum, strength, constitution, dexterity, and intelligence determine the quality of those real-life attributes which we are simulating. So, for example, strength attribute determines the amount of muscle mass, amount of melee damage you deal, your ability to carry more weight without being overloaded by it, and so on. Constitution, on the other hand, determines the overall effectiveness of your body and resistances it has against the things that are bad for you. For example, a character with higher constitution need to eat less calories, drink less water, they will have more health.
A character with after 0.6 that has high constitution will have to eat and drink less than somebody with medium or low constitution. That's really important going into player creations. Like character
more
creation.
Stamina, they will have greater resistance to intoxication, and they will have a better immune system to combat diseases when they caught disease.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Dexterity attribute mostly determines the amount of fat mass you have. And the combination of fat mass and muscle mass greatly affects your performance score. That is the number that Tomislav was talking about that determines your overall performance score, how quickly you perform certain actions. For example, that dexterity will influence how fast you walk, how fast you sprint, swing, or climb.
Yeah.
Last character attribute is intelligence. Intelligence attribute currently determines only your squad leadership abilities, but really its true power comes in the form of skills. Because we have many skills which are affected by intelligence, so it's really in your best interest of your character not to have too low intelligence when you create it.
Okay.
Besides your character's abilities, strength, constitution, dexterity also determine the visual appearance of your characters because they all affect how much muscle mass and fat mass you have. So I have a few screenshots to show you that.
Okay.
I want to show you different combinations of attributes resulting in different amounts of muscle mass and fat mass. So let me just... do you see the slide change?
Yeah, see it. Yeah.
Okay, great.
We got it on the screen.
This is character with strength 3, constitution 3, and dexterity 3.
Is this new, chat? Like the guy, like his ribs showing a little bit. Is this new? I'm not sure if this, like what they're showing here is new.
So-called, this is your average guy. He's not so bad, not so good. He's so-called skinny fat. And this character has around 20 kilos of fat and around 40 kilos of muscle mass. So let's go to the next character. If you create character which has strength 1, constitution 3, dexterity 5, this character, you can see he's almost anorexic. He has very small amount of muscle mass because his strength attribute is low and has small amount of fat mass because his dexterity attribute is high.
Yeah.
That amounts to around 7 kilos of fat for this character and 26 kilos of muscle.
Wow.
Next character is our famous fat guy.
He eats a cheeseburger like him.
Yeah, we love fat guys in the game.
It's looking at me.
Yeah.
Hey, in any survival situation, he'd last the longest.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah. He's the main star.
Have you had to, might be a silly question, have you had to do any remodeling of the characters for all of this as well? Like, at all, in any way?
The modelers tweaked some things, but we didn't do a complete remodeling. But
chat, I'm just staring at this guy's right here, like this guy's fucking, I don't even know what this is. This looks like a racetrack, man. That's just crazy.
But in the future, we will get some improvements on that too.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to stick to topic. I might ask a few questions every now and then, but you know, I might jump off topic from time to time, depending on what we're talking about and stuff like that. I'm not gonna do what I usually do and put you guys on the spot. Tommyslav probably already told you about me, but I'm gonna be nice today. So.
Okay. Thanks. Okay, this fat guy has strength 5, constitution 1, dexterity 1. He has 52 kilos of fat and 51 kilo of muscle. This is not the limit. We increased the range of the strength attribute. It now goes from 1 to 8, but I will not show you the 8 version of fat guy. You will have to see it for yourself.
8?
8, yes, 8.
Yep.
Bigger than this guy?
Yep.
And that's that's completely new.
Yes.
So you can get majorly obese.
Yes, and you will suffer
the
consequences, but not in the first.
That's funny.
Metabolism.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the this guy. This is so-called ideal character, and he has a very good proportion of muscle mass and fat mass. You want to strive to be like this if you want balanced performance in all areas.
Yeah.
The next guy is a beast. This is a guy that is totally buffed. He has strength 8, constitution 5, and dexterity 5.
Wow.
And he has around 68 kilos of muscle cramped on that frame.
What's up, Pedro?
Okay, so let's go to the left metabolism panel.
Oh, look at this!
Okay. Left metabolism panel. This new UI is very freshy, fucking Joe-bashy, nothing lessy. This is how you doing right here. It looks clean, looks sleek. I love the colors. I love the blue. I love the green, the yellow. You got the performance data on the left-hand side. The age, everything just looks cleaner, man. I love it. I've been saying that for months about this new UI. It's just nice. And they say left metabolism panel. You see the stats right here, but you also see the health. So this is the left side. So when you go to metabolism on the top of the screen, it's going to have a stats one. It's going to have a health side one. So this is the left side metabolism panel. And here, I'm not going to, they might talk a little bit. Again, I'm not going to watch the whole thing. We're just trying to do a really quick recap on everything. So I'm going to try to go through this myself. My first time seeing this. So you obviously got your points here. And I think when you hover over it, it'll show you the current, the change per day affected. That's pretty cool. You got the age, you got the performance data, your stamina, your walk speed, jog speed, gear weight, all that stuff. Difficulty, charge rates, overload penalties for energy and water, performance indicators with healing speed, blood recovery rate, immune system, performance score, stealth factor, melee damage. And they also have body stats when it comes to the protein, carbs, fats, minerals, all that stuff. And body mass distribution, which I think is really good too. So you can see how much your character has in muscle, fat, blood, bones. And then on this right side right here, you got your nutrition, right? You got your nutrition, your body reserve, your vitamins, and your digestive system. That's really cool right there. This is when you hover over one of your stats. This is what I was talking about. It's showing base constitution, current, change per day, and affected by water deficiency. So you can see that per day, your water or your base constitution is being negative 0.51840, and it's being affected by water. So you need water. This is red, negative 25%. You need water. So that's pretty cool as well. Advance by water deficiency. Affected by water deficiency.
Information what affects them. Okay, and now you asked about this. Okay, you have strength, constitution, dexterity, intelligence. How do you change them in game? You cannot.
Hey Dragon, we are just going over the Q&A recap from this morning. So yes, this is things that are coming to 0.6. Yes, and possibly even after 0.6. So I just want to put that out there.
Change the current value. Current value is changed temporally by some certain conditions, such as sicknesses, but you can change base values and those changes will stay with you.
Yep.
For base strength is increased by performing actions under certain gear loads while having sufficient protein intake. And base strength is decreased if you have insufficient protein intake because your muscle mass is being broken down. You lost the muscle mass and your strength will fall.
Okay.
Base constitution is increased through movement. You just need to walk, jog, run, swim, etc. It decreases when you are not moving.
I like this a lot, guys. I like this a lot, and I actually talked about this yesterday on stream. About how the MMO part of this game, I want it to be more open. I want it to be more unique. I want it to be more worthy. And I think little things like this actually makes it cool. I'll use the Constitution just as an example, right? Changing character attributes. Technically, right now, you can only like increase your attributes, right? Your rifle skills, your boxing skills. They can't decrease. Now that would be a possible thing. So your constitution, to increase it after you created your character and you're in the game, you can walk, jog, run, swim, etc. But then your constitution could actually decrease if you're just being a lazy piece of shit. If you're sitting in the base all day, if you're just taking car rides when your teammate logs in, like that's really cool. I actually really like that because it makes walking, jogging, running, swimming more important. It makes it valuable. It makes it like a mini mission. And I think those mini goals and mini missions and those mini rewards are actually really good in a game like this. Boom.
but it decreases at a slower rate when you're not moving, and this is because we wanted to have some sense of being in shape. You will not lose your gains. You will not lose your gains immediately after stopping running or jogging. So if, for example, if you like Tomislav on the play days drive all day in boats through the rivers, you will get fat and constitution will drop because you are not moving.
See? If you're just driving on the boat all day and you're not getting out the boat, you're logging out, you're coming back in, you're gonna get lazy, your character's gonna get lazy, and your constitution is gonna decrease, and it's gonna cause performance on your character to decrease. I love it. By the way, Dragon and maybe Stoned, thank you guys for the follows. Welcome to the channel. You guys are just tuning in, we're just recapping everything. Trying to go as fast as possible, right?
If I can interrupt something just quickly. So I'm reading the chat and I see that some people are concerned about this kind of thing being really complicated. Well, yeah, people are complicated, especially women. But the thing is, the thing is that it's really not that complicated. So let's say that you're a bodybuilder who didn't play games at all, and you just want to play Scum. Eventually, we will add lifting weights and stuff like that, and you want to build your character.
Lifting weight, like in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, when you used to go to the fucking front yard and do fucking the bench press to get your fucking strength and points up. That's gonna be a part of Scum, not with 0.6, but in the future.
Just play the fucking mini game of bodybuilding in Scum, whatever you want in your
I love
base,
that. I love that.
Security and everything. So what you have learned in real life will apply here also. If you don't know anything, go Google it out. How to gain muscle in real life. Apply.
How to gain muscle in real life. All right, guys. Make sure you guys go Google that after the stream, okay? Okay. So they're talking a little bit about the change of character attributes. I'm pretty sure we kind of just overviewed that real quick, so we don't have to watch the rest of that. So we see right here, performance score. This seems pretty new, and I'm pretty sure someone in chat said to right there, Wasabi, make sure you go over the performance score. It's new. Okay, so this is something that's new too, coming with 0.6.
Exactly. That's always a good thing. So.
And you can work to improve your strength, all 4 of your core attributes in the game.
Yep.
Okay. This is the important new attribute, performance score. Simply put, performance score affects the speed of your actions. Greater the performance score, faster you will be able to move and perform actions. Performance score is affected by a ratio of muscle mass and fat mass and equipped gear weight. Strength and constitution attributes have some small influence on performance score, but by far the greatest influence on performance score comes from the dexterity attribute. So keep that in mind when creating your character. You can see performance score on the left side of Metabolism panel. It is shown in the red box.
Yep, I see that.
So performance score is how your character moves and its movement speed, when it's picking something up, when it's, I'm assuming, pointing a gun, when it's changing guns. Your performance score is affected by that, your character's movement, what it's doing, searching, etc. And that's with your dexterity points. So the devs are saying dexterity is going to be very important. Your skill, like, make sure your dexterity is not super low, because then your character will be moving slow motion. So that's something to keep in the back of your head.
Currently, it is dropped by 3%, and the reason for that is because I have some gear equipped currently. So if I would take all my character's clothes off, it would be 100%.
Party time.
If I now equip that very heavy backpack on my right, my performance score will drop significantly, as you can see on the next image.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Total weight of this backpack is 60 kilos, so you can see that my performance score is now at 37%. At this performance score, my character will move much more slower, and he will not be able to be upright because of the loaded weight on his back.
So that's a new stance for the...
I actually like this. I like this. It's very realistic. Like, my character that I have in game now, I have like 37 layers of clothing, and the inventory is all filled up, and it like doesn't really get affected. Maybe my running speed gets affected just a tiny bit, but this is actually really cool that your performance score drops to 37% from 100%. If you're from butt naked to having pants, shirts, underwear, shoes on, and a hiking backpack that I'm assuming that's actually 100% full, that your character is going to look like this and your performance score is going to go down that much. I like this. Makes things realistic. You're not fucking like, it's kind of not realistic, right? If you had a hiking backpack IRL and your character and you were just in normal shape, you're not a fucking triathlon runner or like and you're not David Goggins or something, that your character, you in real life, or your character will act like this, right? Slouched over, hunched over, trying to, carry your backpack. I like it.
Character as well. So because he's carrying more weight, he's now having to lean forward.
Yep.
Yes, his visual appearance will change in certain aspects.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and you will be able to see if somebody is walking in this kind of position, walking slowly, then he probably has some,
A lot of shit.
at least heavy loot waiting
Yeah.
for you if you kill him.
No, that's brilliant, because a part of like this, I guess that's one of the hardest things as well with this whole metabolism stuff. Is not just the like, obviously the way the characters are sort of
The stamina in the HUD. Visuals are subject to change.
I see something red, like orangey, on the right here.
Of how hard some action is for your character.
yeah.
Actions such as walking is much less taxing than sprinting, obviously, and we have added action difficulty to be more explicit, and you can see it in the red box around the stamina in the HUD. Visuals are subject to change. We are arguing about visuals, but
I'm not satisfied with it.
Well, no. Well, to be fair, I mean, I was having this chat with someone else the other day, and it was like, see the human body you've got in the corner. Like, do you really need that there if you've got that within your metabolism inside your character? Like,
No.
doesn't it just take up more real estate on the actual screen? You know?
We are thinking to clear everything from a screen and just put the indications if something's going on.
I love that. I've said that in the past, chat. I love that. I agree. Yeah, I would even say it like this. This UI, the hot access, quick access, take it out. Gone. I want it gone. The only time it pops up is when you actually hit 1 or 2. Right? If you hit 1, your quick hot access, it'll pop up for about 5 to 10 seconds and then it'll fade away again, right? This body, you can either get rid of it. I'll be honest, I would say keep this body here in this corner, but do the same thing. It fades away unless you get shot, unless you get hit by a zombie, unless you get run over, unless a fucking horse runs you over, a pig attacks you, a wolf bites your asshole. Then this will pop up. You'll see injuries, red, whatever, yellow, etc. Then it'll fade away once those injuries are starting to get healed up properly. I think the less on the screen is absolutely better. More immersion, more survival experience. I've always felt like that. We've done no map, first person only, no UI so many times here. I think that is perfect. I always think that it's just it's not even too much, honestly, but I think it could be more immersive. This game is an immersive game, and removing those things or letting those things fade away when not being used, I think would be really good. And I'll be honest, even the faint point thing, maybe just get rid of it, honestly. Not get rid of the concept, but get rid of this little box in the top right corner.
In the future.
That would be so much better, because it would just, that would be a lot more interesting, because then you'd have to keep your eye out for if something does go wrong. You'll see it flashing or something. I don't know.
Great minds think alike, right? Come on, baby, it's the same thing. All right. So we got that, right? We got metabolism here.
Little bit about actual metabolism, the right side of this panel. So, as in real life, metabolism in Scum is the process but by which your character converts what you eat and drink into energy so that your character may do whatever you make him do in the game.
Yeah.
There are two major components of our metabolism. That is the energy balance system and the digestion system. Energy balance system is responsible for exactly that. If you eat, drink what you are required to, you will have enough energy to perform your actions and you will not gain or lose muscle or fat mass over time. Digestion system includes eating, drinking, absorption of nutrients from food and drinks into the bloodstream and organs, and the excretion of that mass, of excess mass via vomiting, urination, and defecation. Both the state of metabolism and digestion can be seen on the right side of the metabolism panel, and I will try to explain the most important things on the right side. I can go into too much detail. People will.
I don't think we need to really hear the details too much. I think the metabolism, even that it's gonna be new, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, don't overeat or overdrink, or you're gonna fucking shit yourself or get sick. Like, I think we know that, chat, right? I think we're good on that part. Let's try to fast forward a little bit, right? Eating balanced meals. Okay, all these graphs. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna assume that we don't want to look at that, because I'll be honest, I don't want to read that right now. I see this though. What is this colorful, beautiful thing?
Jump over to Kayla. Kayla,
what's this?
Right? Is that right, Kayla? So,
Yeah,
so Kayla's just a programmer within Game Empires. I'm just kidding. I asked him what he did earlier on. He was like, "I'm just a programmer." I was like, "No one's just a programmer. You know, doesn't work like that." So Kayla, okay, what we got, dude?
Yeah, I've been working alongside some colleagues to implement the visual side of the upcoming metabolism rework.
Okay.
Can you hear me correctly?
Yeah, you're good, dude. Yeah,
Okay, sure.
No worries.
And by visuals, I mean the stuff that lets you know what's happening to and inside your character. Since Scum was always envisioned as a survival simulator in the truest sense of the word, we wanted everyone to experience the situation on the island as if they were really there. The limit, however, being that we can only provide visual and auditory feedback, so we had to get creative with some of the dynamic stuff that's happening inside of your character's body.
Yeah.
But also requires more frequent attention, stuff like wounds and illnesses. So yeah, this is what the health panel looks like.
So this is your metabolism tab. Same thing, chat, right? We've been looking on the left side, the stats, the last slides. Now, when you're in metabolism, you have the left side and the right side. You click the right side, and this is the health one.
Let's go through all the elements on the left side to get a better idea what we're dealing with. On the top left part, the screen, we have the ICU monitor, and you can expand it to see some pretty graphs for pulse, blood pressure, oxygen saturation, breathing rate, and body temperature. And I noticed too late that I didn't put it into the presentation, so I'm gonna bring it up like this.
Yeah, nice.
When expanded,
nice and clean.
You can see some pretty graphs, but under the HUD, they've been remade from the ground up because we wanted them to be able to react to various heart problems, as well as display proper form under high and low pulse.
Insane, man. Insane.
Yeah. They could potentially come in handy later on, not only to help diagnose unknown illnesses, but also in their educational value. And I can speak from little experience that being able to actually understand these graphs in real life is a really cool feeling. But ultimately, we decided to keep them hidden by default and display only surface level data, as reading them won't be necessary for the time being. Let's just bring this back up. Next up, we have the body scan widget, which will inform you of any concerning conditions you might be suffering from. There's a male and female version of it. And we have broad muscle regions, hand, forearm.
I like this a lot, guys. So you got this body graph, right, when you pull up your tab, which why the the body graph on the regular screen on the bottom left that we usually see, get rid of or make it appear when you get hit right away or something, because you could just go into this tab. It takes 2 seconds to go into this tab and you can see what's going on here, and it's very clean and it's very self-explanatory. You can see symptoms, you can see health percentages, blood percentages, you can see the graph itself, your ear, your bicep, your stomach, your right thigh, your right foot, and then you can see on the bottom here untreated, stabilized, and recovery. I like this, man. This is really nice. This is very, very nice, and it's just clean looking, and it's just helpful. So I think this is perfect. Again, we're just doing a recap, so I don't want to, like, you know, I'm going to post the link in the chat once we're done real quick. If you guys really want to watch this whole, you know, if you didn't watch it live, you could watch it all later, whatever. Right now I just want to do a quick recap, and you know, not try to be here for too long doing this recap.
You're about to raid a base, you gotta be super quiet, and then suddenly you start fucking sneezing. That is brilliant. That is gonna piss a lot of people off. But they're like, we planned this raid for a year. We get outside the bush, I'm lockpicking, and then I start sneezing. Fuck.
That would actually be pretty funny, but I can see a lot of people fucking, this game sucks.
Fucking great. Love it. Yeah. It's like when those really annoying drones come over you while you're, which are designed, they're designed to stop people camping.
Yeah.
That is their real own purpose right now, because I know they go with the law of the people watching you from home, like with the drones, but right now
that's why drones are still on New Jack. We lowered them down, but they're still there. Okay. So they're just talking about the ICU monitor and the health monitor and the graph, etc. Let's go over here, because I think over here we're going to see some visual effects in first person of your character being sick or something. Look, this one says bullet hit, actually. Bullet hit.
Have some sort of order when adding features, you know, otherwise it will just be like we did for early access release, hard-coded everything and throwing them in a bucket, and, you know, then unfortunately wasting a lot of time to make things properly. Let just Kella continue with his
sure. Yeah, no worries. Thanks, Tommy.
Yeah, I just noticed when I was talking about symptoms, I skipped showing some of the new symptoms in the first person.
Yes, let's go.
So we have some new effects. So this is a bullet hit. We're considering stuff like, you know, showing you the direction you've been hit from.
So you heard how they said visual effects in first person. I fucking love that. I love this. Fuck yeah.
By very subtle signals, though that could affect gameplay, so we're still considering it.
Mm-hmm.
And you have stuff like hypothermia and stuff.
This was posted on Twitter.
Your screen is getting colder, frost is building up. I don't know how much.
That's a lot better than shaking, though, right? Because you could start shaking as well, but that would be quite annoying, really. But the visual of hypothermia is really good. Does that? So you do the visuals for this stuff, right? That's what you're.
I like this one too.
One of your colleagues do this. So with the other visuals that you just showed me, is there going to be visuals? Obviously, we have the visuals for. That's what I'm talking about, right there. Yes. We're on the same brain. We're on the same wave, mate. Go on.
So this is something you might experience if you eat hallucinogenic substances.
It looks like your graphics card driver's gone.
Yeah. What we wanted to do with this one is make you less aware of your surroundings.
This is awesome, bro.
Is wobbling a bit. The colors are shifting. You can't really see if someone is moving in the forest in front of you.
That's awesome.
It makes your situational awareness problematic.
Yeah.
And we're considering stuff like not having this be an advantage to people who want to see at night.
Of course.
So we're considering many different aspects while designing these effects. Here's an effect of you feeling hot. There's sweat coming down your forehead.
Oh, look at that. That's great.
So before you even said that, I thought it was like raining, right? I thought that was like rain kind of like that would be kind of stupid though, actually. And now that I think about it, like rain, unless you have like a face visor on or something. I don't know about the sweat thing, but everything else looks fucking awesome. I'm not saying I don't like this. I'm not saying that. It's just like not weird. I don't know how to explain it, but I love how they're thinking. All right, let me just put it like that. I love how they're thinking. I love the direction that they're going in.
Great, dude. Oh my god, I can imagine that in 4K.
This one. It's really great.
Do you know what Tommy? I love that. That is really, really good, because then that shows you that hyperthermia.
Yeah. The thing is that we are still not 100% sure if these effects will be seen in third and first person perspective or not. So obviously both perspectives. So
that's a tough decision too, right? Because like my immersive gamer mentality and thought wanted just to be in first person these effects, but then also a lot of people play in third person. A lot of times I play in third person too, and I guess you would want to know if your character's freezing or your character's hallucinating. So that's a weird topic. Maybe just do both perspectives, honestly. Maybe just do both first and third person perspective when it comes to the on-screen effects. I think that might be yeah, but then it's weird, right? Like the sweating one, if you're in third person, you just see that like it doesn't look like clean. So like I understand that's weird. That's a tough decision. I don't even want to make that decision, honestly. Maybe just keep it first person for when it releases and then see work from there. Okay, so let's go through this real quick. All right, so they're talking about that screen again. I think they're talking here a lot. So actually, this might be it.
Their character, like if someone, if someone works it out in 5 minutes, I call bullshit. Like but I mean, there's people still on the forums now that are fascinated with this game because you can shit and piss. Like
that's facts.
There's so many people in the world that have come to Scum recently and they still can't believe they can play a game where their character can poop and pee.
We have built all the marketing around.
Massively. Massively. But what more importantly, it's a unique feature. It's not like some other survival games that what I'm talking about. Other survival games out there that have been around for a long time. They've done fuck all. They've done nothing to the game. Like there is no difference from that game to the game I played over 12 years ago. Nothing. Whereas you guys are constantly changing the game and doing things that most programmers are shit scared to do because they're too lazy to learn it, they're too lazy to program it, too lazy to develop it, and they're the games that go under the carpet. Games like Scum will come out on top, and it will be fucking shiny when it does.
Yeah.
Shit. Rayka coming through with the fucking chest poking out. I think we just ended right there, right? I think they're talking. I didn't see no sliders at the end. I think they're just bullshitting and talking at the end right there. I guess thank you. Maybe some chat questions, etc. This is exciting, guys. This is exciting. Exciting times for Scum and the community.